What if someone told you that a young teenage girl with no military experience, who claimed to hear voices from angles and see divine visions, would not only lead an army, but deliver a nation to victory against a powerful enemy? Would you think they were crazy? Well, today we are going to talk about such a girl named Joan of Arc. Born into obscurity in a small French village, her life was a tapestry of humble beginnings, extraordinary feats, and a tragic end. Joan of Arc, or the Maid of Orleans as she was often called, rose to prominence during one of history's most tumultuous periods, the 100 Years' War. Her story is not just about a young peasant girl leading an army to victory. It's about an individual who, against all odds, defied the social norms of her time. Her courage, conviction, and unwavering faith in her divine mission left an indelible mark on French history. Joan's legacy remains a beacon of inspiration, centuries after her death at the stake. And so we delve into the life of this remarkable young woman, who defied social norms and changed the course of history. Born in 1412, Joan of Arc emerged from obscurity in rural France. This humble maiden hailed from the small village of Domremy, nestled in the region of Lorraine. Her parents, Jacques d'Arc and Isabelle Romée, were hard-working tenant farmers, and Joan was one among their 5 children. Joan's early life was largely unremarkable, steeped in the duties and routines typical of rural life in the Middle Ages. She was not taught to read or write, but her mother instilled in her a deep and abiding faith. From an early age, Joan attended daily mass and developed a reputation for her piety and devotion. By her own account, Joan began experiencing visions and hearing voices around the age of 12. She claimed these voices were those of St. Michael, St. Catherine, and St. Margaret, who instructed her to live virtuously and attend church. These visions would later evolve into a divine mission that Joan believed she was chosen to fulfill. Meanwhile, France was in the throes of the 100 Years' War. England and its allies had claimed vast swathes of French territory, and the French monarchy was in a state of crisis. The war had devastating effects on the French peasantry, including Joan's family. The d'Arc family, like many others, was forced to abandon their home on more than one occasion to escape the violence. This was the world in which Joan grew up, a world of uncertainty, fear, and strife. The war was not some distant event for Joan and her family. It was a grim reality that touched their lives in profound and personal ways. Yet it was within this tumultuous setting that Joan's extraordinary journey began to unfold. Guided by her visions, Joan felt a growing conviction that she was destined for something far beyond the confines of Domremy. She believed she was called to deliver France from its enemies and restore the rightful king to the throne. In her teenage years, Joan's life took a turn that would forever change her destiny. The simple peasant girl from Domremy was about to step onto the world stage and into the annals of history. If you are enjoying this video, please take the opportunity to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel. In a world dominated by men, Joan, a mere teenager, answered a divine call. In the heart of the 100 Years' War, Joan embarked on a bold journey to meet the uncrowned Charles VII of France. Against all odds, this young woman from a humble background convinced the Dauphin of her divine mission to reclaim France from English rule. Charles, desperate for a sign of hope, chose to believe in Joan's extraordinary vision. Soon, Joan was given command of an army and led them to the siege of Orleans. Here, Joan's true mettle came to light. Despite being a novice in the ways of war, Joan exhibited an uncanny understanding of military strategy. She urged aggressive action, inspiring her troops to break the siege and liberate the city, a feat that many seasoned generals had deemed impossible. This victory at Orleans was the turning point in the war. Word of the young maiden who led an army to victory against the English spread far and wide, sowing seeds of hope and belief in the hearts of the French people. Joan's audacity and unwavering faith in her divine mission fueled a series of triumphant battles, ultimately leading to the coronation of Charles VII in the Cathedral of Reims. Yet it was not just her military acumen that set Joan apart. It was her indomitable spirit, her unwavering belief in her divine mission, and her sheer bravery that truly defined her. Joan, a mere teenager, stood at the helm of an army, in a world where women were seldom allowed to venture beyond their domestic confines. She refused to be shackled by societal norms, choosing instead to follow the path that she believed was laid out for her by God. This chapter of Joan's life was a testament to her extraordinary capabilities and her unshakable faith. It was the rise of a heroine, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Yet for all her victories and accolades, Joan's fate was far from secure. Captured by her enemies, Joan's final days were marked by trial and tribulation. In the grip of the Burgundians, Joan was sold to the highest bidder, the English, who were keen on making an example of her. The trial that followed was more a political farce than a justice-seeking process. Joan, a young woman who had led French armies to victory, was now a pawn in a game of thrones. The charges brought against Joan were numerous and complex. Accusations of heresy, idolatry, and witchcraft were thrown at her, all stemming from her claim of divine guidance. But perhaps the most contentious charge was her cross-dressing. Joan wore male military attire, a major transgression in the eyes of the church. Yet her reasoning was practical. The attire was easier for riding, and it protected her from sexual assault. Throughout the trial, Joan maintained her steadfast faith. She defended her actions with intelligence and courage, never wavering in her conviction that she was guided by the voices of saints. She stood alone, bereft of legal counsel, against a panel of learned theologians and lawyers, yet she never lost her composure. On May 30th, 1431, Joan was declared a relapsed heretic and was sentenced to death by burning at the stake. Her execution was a public spectacle, a grand display of the Church's power and the consequences of defying the established order. In the immediate aftermath, Joan's ashes were scattered in the Seine to prevent any relics from being collected. Yet the English victory was short-lived. Joan's death galvanized the French, and within 2 decades they had driven the English from their land. Joan's death, however, was far from the end of her story. Her legacy would continue to inspire and ignite the spirit of resistance for generations to come. Joan of Arc, the maiden from Domremy, became an enduring symbol of courage, faith, and defiance. Centuries after her death, Joan's legacy still resonates powerfully. This peasant girl from Domremy, who asserted divine guidance in her military leadership, has left an indelible mark on history. 500 years after her execution, in 1920, the Catholic Church canonized Joan of Arc, recognizing her as a saint. This canonization extended her influence, transforming her from a national heroine into a religious icon. She is now revered as a martyr, a woman who died for her faith and her country. In France, her status as a national heroine is undisputed. The French people celebrate her on May 8th each year, a national holiday known as Joan of Arc Day. On this day, the French people commemorate her valiant efforts during the 100 Years' War, her courage, and her unwavering faith. Yet, Joan's legacy extends far beyond the boundaries of France and the confines of the Catholic Church. Her story has permeated pop culture, with her life and deeds portrayed in films, books, and music. From Mark Twain's historical novel to Leonard Cohen's song Joan of Arc, her narrative continues to inspire and captivate audiences worldwide. Interpretations of Joan's life and legacy are as varied as they are numerous. Some view her as a religious icon, a testament to the power of faith and divine guidance. Others see her as a symbol of nationalism, embodying the spirit of French resistance and unity. In recent years, Joan of Arc has also been embraced as a feminist symbol. Her story of defying societal norms, leading an army in a man's world, and standing firm in her beliefs resonates with many who advocate for gender equality. Joan's life, filled with courage, conviction, and defiance, continues to inspire us. Her legacy challenges us to question, to resist, and to strive for what we believe in. Thus, Joan of Arc, the humble peasant girl, continues to inspire and captivate us centuries after her death. So, what can we learn from Joan of Arc's life and legacy? Indeed, Joan's tale is one that echoes through the ages, a testament to the human spirit. A young girl from humble beginnings, she rose to become a figure of monumental influence, driven by unyielding faith and unwavering determination. Her courage in the face of adversity, her steadfastness in the pursuit of her convictions, these are the qualities that have etched her name in the annals of history. The enduring mystery and fascination surrounding Joan of Arc is a testament to her extraordinary life. Her story, shrouded in intrigue, continues to captivate us, inviting us to delve deeper to explore the enigma that is Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc's story, a tale of courage and conviction, remains a beacon of inspiration, reminding us that even in the face of insurmountable odds, extraordinary feats are possible. Indeed, her legacy continues to inspire and empower, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. Hopefully, you enjoyed this video and will hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss an episode. We are the Minutemen of History.